Welcome back to Ken Rosewall Arena, a massive game here. Here's a reminder of the Woolworths team cards, the New South Wales Swifts. And in absence of Sam Wallace-Joseph, it'll be Fawns and Housby in goals. Hadley and Proud, the co-captains in the mid-court. And there's your defence and plenty of experience with Turner and Clow. For the Sunshine Coast Lightning, the visitors, two of the former Australian Diamonds, Conan Fretwell, and of course another one, Watson in the mid-court. The great news for the Lightning, Courtney Bruce is back, won't start the game though. Oh, the countdown has finished and the game is on here. Hadley, a couple of quick touches. Well, keep an eye on this, Kim, when you're out of the game for any length of time, is it hard to get back into rhythm?
It is, especially when you get out on game day. You've got to remember that Proud would have been training in the background with the team, obviously, and having games under her belt throughout the week. So she'll be certainly ready and she wouldn't have lost any fitness. Oh.
Well, a couple of big moments there. The Swifts straight on the scoreboard. And then Cara Conan, a long drive into the circle to level it up. Have a look at that, two scored in 45 seconds.
Yeah, it's quick and both teams play with a lot of speed and it's a great sign for the Swifts already that they're able to get down on circle edge so quickly.
Come up.
Well, keep an eye on Sophie Fawns' game because she's gone straight back in there and has almost picked up that role as a holding shooter. That will change, it will evolve, but for now...
Look at that setup.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Housby just on the screen so that Fawns could take the backspace. And look at that second phase depth from the Sunshine Coast Lightning. Liz Watson, one of the best in the business at that.
Oh, speaking of best in the business, Cara Conan's footwork on the baseline. You'd struggle to find a player any better, and that's going to be a big handful for Sarah Clow. Housby to Fawns, out of the circle now. Mixing it up.
Defence arm.
Contact on Cassidy, so Hadley to take the penalty. Well, they run momentarily into the same space, Housby. Can she get the first one for her on the board? She does.
Bunnings break, goal attack.
Mai to Watson, back to Mai. Touched plenty of ball between the pair of them last week. How easily they finding Cara Conan. Now, Kim, is that, do you think, off the back of conversation around their repeated penalties and being ill-disciplined that we're starting to see a little bit more space maybe?
Potentially, I hope so, because, you know, that is also keeping them out of the game. So there is that fine line of staying off the body and not being in the contest, but also maybe early just making sure that the umpires are seeing something a little bit different from that Swift defensive end as well.
Well, at the moment, Sophie Fawns couldn't care less that Sam Wallace-Joseph isn't here. She is standing up, doing the job. 3 from 3, Cara Conan responds. 4 from 4.
Both teams using their ball speed to create angles at the moment. You'll see the Swifts are trying to launch it from side to side to open something different. Same with the Lightning. So defenders' heads are spinning a little bit. There's that swing we're talking about.
Obstruction, goal defence.
And it's now a matter of, you'll probably see the defensive structures go into more of a split circle just to combat that.
Well, how clinical has this opening quarter been? Or the opening minutes of the opening quarter even. And this is a pressure cooker game, no two ways about it. If you've just joined us, these sides sitting on equal points in equal fourth. So whoever gets a win here will elevate themselves into that top 4 standalone. And with finals not that far away in the scheme of things, it is important. Housby. Proud. Finds Fawns over the top. Well-weighted pass over the height of Ash Irvin.
And that's what they've been missing from that centre position, is the ability to give the ball. Lily Gorman-Brown is a great runner, but is also nervous at giving those feeds. So Proud willing to take the risk, and it is reaping the rewards at the moment as well.
Steph Wood takes another, so all shooters now on the scoreboard, yet to have a miss.
Bunnings break, wing defence.
And yet to be a turnover from either side as well. The perfect start.
Use that swing again from the Swifts going into the right-hand pocket. They love it over here. finish it off.
Well, Eloise Sawyer on the sideline for us, sitting right next to the head coach of the Sunshine Coast Lightning. What have you picked over there, El?
Yeah, just as Sophie Fawns sunk their 7th shot goal for the day, Belinda Reynolds has been up out of her seat twice already, delivering a message to the Lightning defenders as the Swifts try and get on top of the Lightning, pull it back to 7-0.
Thank you. Well, there she was on screen, Belinda Reynolds. The Lightning didn't do a whole heap wrong in their loss last week, so they'll still bring plenty of confidence into this game. Helen Housby, well, she's got the confidence up. They look relaxed.
Oh, there was just a beautiful play. Watson on a fake and straight under the post to Conan. Yeah, one of the better plays that we will see from the Lightning. Here's that replay. It was a nice little fake and then straight in. And again, they're willing, both teams are willing to take risks at the moment to get the ball to the shooters on the post.
Just grab a white, please.
Yeah, why would they not? Because they're
centre.
paying off, aren't they? It's some pretty slick netball, very little defensive impact.
And not one turnover from either team at the moment.
Yeah, impressive, isn't it? Hadley had a quick word then to Smith. Ali Smith. My, well, she's got to be contained. Massive numbers last week. 43 feeds from my. One of the first times ever that the centre has had more than the wing attack when it's Liz Watson. Fretwell. Back to Watson. Well, that is going in way too easy, time and time again. What has Sarah Clow got to do differently?
Well, it is the movement around it, but the Lightning are getting to circle edge so quickly that it's not allowing her any time. So I think it's the defence at the front. Oh, Hinchliffe coming through with a great win there. Let's take a look at this, how they have to slow it down. So important. Ava Black onto the court as well. But here, hands up, get hands up, slow it down. Get themselves in play. Now Clow can have a really good look at things.
This is really interesting from Belinda Reynolds because she did not make a single change to the starting 7. They played the whole game last week. Ava Black's on straight away.
Yeah, good little mix-up here, and Ava Black's been out with an injury as well, so it's good to see her back in the fold and get a few more minutes under her belt as they go into finals potentially.
A little bit of boxing maybe happening from the coaches here. Want to keep everyone guessing. That's a win from Sarah Clow. That was all about body positioning on it, wasn't it, that time? And the Lightning sprayed the ball over the baseline.
And the Swifts were also putting on a box in that time, so really trying to create the width and the depth as we see Swifts just firing it in. We haven't seen this from them in a couple of weeks.
Obstruction, goalkeeper, both out. Goal defence, step up.
They're playing as if there's been a bit of a weight lifted off their shoulders. Don't you think? They look quite relaxed, particularly in this attack line, almost like they're enjoying it. I know a big part of that is having the familiar face of the co-captain, Maddie Proud, back, but how easily it's working out in this shooting line for the New South Wales Swifts has got to be a very promising sign for the head coach, Bronnie Agle. As is that, the defensive pressure now from the New South Wales Swifts starting to show some cracks. Belinda Reynolds up out of her seat again. Yeah, little miscommunication between Housby and Proud. Irvin, the new Australian Diamond Squad member, has to wait for something. It's Black through the middle. My. Hinchliffe to Wood, who wasn't looking. Well, how funny, we went 6 or 7 minutes without an error, and now we're looking at a tennis match.
Yeah, and I think this is now just trying to figure out what team can actually settle on it. Smart from Housby, just guiding the ball a little bit closer. Swifts with the backup centre pass now, so this is the settler that the Swifts will want to absolutely nail.
Yeah, their goals from games has not been good this season, the New South Wales Swifts.
Whole time.
Sitting at 59%. Black, well, through the hands, could have almost been a replay. Fretwell. Watson goes long. That's a confident ball, and what a take from Conan under the pressure of Clow. Well, they're starting to force it now.
We have gone from clinical netball to just throwing long balls in from anywhere.
Clinical netball is tough to play for 60 minutes, but they could have given us 15.
15 would have been nice.
Oh, with that, though, the Lightning can get themselves back to 1 and the centre pass. So moments ago, the Swifts had a chance to get up by 3. Now they're looking at even. Have a look at that Harvey Norman replay. Cara Conant strong. Watson, Fretwell. Liz Watson, so strong. Gets a head down, gets to where she wants to go.
And interestingly, in pre-game, we spoke about the balance of Mai and Watson, and at the moment, Watson's sitting on 10 feeds to Mai's 1. So Mai taken out of the game slightly, so Proud doing her job. Now it's about Smith stepping up, create some hesitancy within Watson's feeds.
Well, there you go, right before the first Power 5 of the game, as we see the Nissan net points powered by E-Power, and Watson sitting up the top. So your HCF tactical timeout to the Sunshine Coast Lightning. Not unusual to see them call one at this point of the game. Let's have a listen.
Find the ball, but not any obstruction calls like that. Remember, close the gap to the pocket, but once your ball's, she's just got it in the pocket, help out on the top. Abe's coming back out for a second. In there, nice and disciplined, feeding them to the space, alrighty? And then if someone's around trying to get the front space, other one run it, other one fill. Nice and chaotic in there, lock out for rebounds. A little bit erratic in our front line.
Liz goes long and I go in, you've got to be the one that comes through.
Remember, we don't need to move on this centre pass so quick. So plan yourself, make sure of it. We need options off the back on the centre pass as well, all right? But let's go forward first, and let's, on this first one-on-one, then we find a structure moment in the 2. Let's go. Lighting on 2. Lighting!
Well, there it is. They find the structured moment in the 2s, and that's exactly what we've been speaking about pre-game, is how they were going to handle the super shot and that Power 5 period. Something else that I picked up, though, was about being chaotic as defenders. That was a really cool analogy of how they want to, I guess, make sure the shooters can't see anything. But have a look at the body bumps that we're seeing off ball at the moment. Both teams really wanting it.
Yeah, absolutely love the word chaotic as well. Hadley, there's the siren, the first Power 5. Housby and Fawns will both go to post here.
Oh, and this is that box formation that we're seeing, and you can see the chaos that it's creating, and there's that ball. Based on the chaos that they were able to create.
Well, Eloise Sawyer had an ear in on the New South Wales Swifts huddle. What did you pick up?
Yeah, it was interesting watching Bryony Akel right up until that point. She was vigorously writing in her notebook, and when I went over to the huddle, she was demonstrating all the diagrams she'd been putting down the notebook and addressing each and every player what she wanted them out of them as the Lightning go up to third team. And just up she said, please hold the ball, control, take your time, we've got this.
Yeah, well, they certainly did, didn't they, at the start of the game? Well and truly in control. We saw the last 10 in the Sunshine Coast Lightning with 3 in a row. This is the point of game that I'm really interested in, and whether Cara Conant will test herself with the 2 points. She's got to do it, in my opinion, so she doesn't get to the position that she was in last week.
Contact.
I don't know if we're overthinking it or she's overthinking it, but it's a mid-range shot. And
100%.
she would be doing it every day at training. And
Contact centre
the
hold.
calibre of player that she is, I have no doubt that she'll be able to do it, especially in those clutch moments as well. So as we see Housby lining up, we know that she loves one.
Contact, goal defence.
And the clap there from Helen Housby. The support Sophie Fawns must be feeling from this New South Wales team, and certainly this attack line would be the biggest boost of confidence ever.
Yeah, it would be. And I think the great thing that Fawns brings is that she also brings a great energy in that shooting circle. So for Housby and her power and her, I guess, wanting to get ball in hand, Fawns also brings this light-heartedness to the shooting circle. So a good little balance through.
Stare forward, sinks the first Suncorp super shot of the game. And with that, takes the Lightning out by 3. Long ball. Irvin had a very good look at it. Sophie Fawns.
2.
responds with her own Suncorp super shot, gets them back to 1. Well, is that what we're going to be looking at in this game? Putting each other to the test, trying to stay with their opponents. Wood will chip away at the 1. Oh, would she? Well, the ball almost had different ideas then, didn't it? Proud. Housby. Oh, Sophie Fawns. Well, it was a hand on it from Irvin. They really didn't give her enough time to get past the body.
And I was just about to say, the contest from Hinchliffe is really good on that centre pass, because then the next phase is almost held up a little bit, trying to get her off the body. So keep an eye on that one. Her first phase contest, brilliant.
And she'll want to keep that up, because breathing down her neck on the sideline is none other than Courtney Bruce.
She's sitting on the bike at the moment with the GD position on.
Hasn't played since round 4. Cara Conan, they continue to find with ease. Conan, 10 from 10, hasn't missed. Talking about the centre pass, as you can see the number being held up there. There it is on the Harvey Norman replay. Almost not enough time to get through the hands defensively. Another turnover. Liz Watson, is it me? So we spoke about being no errors at the start of the game, and it's now 6-5 as we just saw. Hadley, Housby, back to Hadley.
And here's this box set up from the Lightning again, wanting that pass to go there. Next time, Irvin will go and have a better crack a little bit earlier, I think, knowing that the Swifties are willing to go that far and that deep.
There's your shooting stats for the New South Wales Swifts. Just the one miss, and it was a long one from Housby. 50 seconds on the clock in this first quarter. Plenty of time to score here. Housby, can she sink the first one? She'll want to get the radar back on. She does. Helen Housby, 8 super shots last week. The first of what will probably be many. Steph Wood, though, well, the intent is clear, isn't it? They're going to respond straight away and keep this game close to the difference. Forwards.
Contact, goalkeeper. Where you are, advantage obstruction centre.
Gets on with it, Sophie Fawns. Can she take another? She can't. Irvin, well, she did well to get in there and get that rebound. Courtney Bruce, as we just mentioned, hasn't played since round 4, and there it is, the end of the first quarter, and the Sunshine Coast Lightning, well, they nearly found themselves down by as much as 3. Now go into this first break up by 2. It's the New South Wales Swifts at home to the Sunshine Coast Lightning. At the moment, though, the New South Wales Swifts aren't showing any signs of that. Just 2 the difference, the Sunshine Coast Lightning. They took a while to warm into it, but they put their foot down towards the end of that quarter. Lizzie Watson just announcing the Australian Diamond squad. And my will get us started here in the second quarter. Ken Rosewall Arena in Sydney. Hinchliffe. Fretwell to my. Conan out of the circle. Watson. Oh, look at the carry on happening between Clow and Conan. The drive from Fretwell, though, is strong and good.
And the take, and that just gives confidence to any mid-quarter wanting to give that ball. If any shooter pulls out of it, you get nervous to give it the next time. So
Runnings break, goal attack.
Great leadership from Fretwell on that one.
And highly likely going to pull a penalty too when you commit to it that hard. Housby struggled to find Hadley, takes the floorboards. How sweet was that build-up?
That's a good play, and Hadley knew that play was happening before she even caught the ball. It was ready to go, the swing to open up the angle.
Cassidy back on for Ava Black.
Contact, goal
to start
attack,
this quarter. Watson, Conan, not a stranger to coming out of the circle. First in the league for second phase receives, can you believe it, as a goal shooter.
She does love a second phase play, getting out, moving. It also allows Fretwell to get a little bit deeper and create from a deeper place in the court.
Swifts.
Also takes the defence out of it too.
Proud, Housby Hadley. Oh, she looked long, straight to Fawns. Chose not to. They play it around now. Look at that lightning defence in the middle of the court. Forcing the Swifts. Wow, they tried to force them wide, didn't they? Maddie Proud, though, the footwork to get in front, finds herself smack bang on the top of the circle.
It's patient work from the Swifts, but also great defence from the Lightning. And for the Lightning, they just need to stick at it because those little moments will just wear a team down in attack.
Contact centre.
So, Kim, those moments, I want Cara Conan to stop and shoot the ball, just to get used from something from distance. It was still in the brown part of the court, but doesn't even look to post.
Yeah, I think that's just part of her game.
Habit.
Yeah, I think it's just like create something else for Fretwell to open up. And Conan does love a baseline. It is about trying to get herself out of the comfort zone, but maybe Belinda Reynolds also just wants her to create something for Fretwell on that too.
Well, create they do down this end for the New South Wales Swifts. It is direct and wastes absolutely no time as they get themselves to 2. That was the gap at the quarter-time break, and there is Cara Conan at her absolute best. The timing on that baseline to sneak through that small gap. And the connection from her Australian Diamonds teammate in Fretwell, not lost. Housby, Smith, Hadley. Housby. Hanging outside the circle, which means the 2-on-1 stays on Sophie Ford.
The defence of the Lightning is incredible. Their box formation that they have at the moment is so agile and chaotic. Exactly what, anytime it goes to one side, whoever is the defender on that side goes and has a bit of a run at it and then pulls back. It's really cool to watch.
Well, it would have been a shame then if the Swifts had scored, so great to see that defensive pressure pay off. Still yet to convert here, though, the Sunshine Coast Lightning.
Contact, goal defence, centre third.
Let's get to Eloise Sawyer, who was listening to the Lightning huddle in that quarter-time break.
Yeah, Kim, you touched on their structures there and their holds, and she talked about big, bold structures. She was quick in addressing Ash Irvin to stay with form when she's holding under the goalpost and to confuse the space. But it was interesting to see Courtney Bruce. We talk about this master and apprentice. Courtney Bruce came over and gave her big words of encouragement and said, "You're doing really well. Just stick with her and give options to yourself."
Area. Where you are.
Oh, some great points there. Thank you, Eloise. There, Courtney Bruce still sitting on that bike. So, I mean, is that testament to the players that have been out there doing the job the last couple of weeks, or is Courtney Bruce maybe not 100%? You wouldn't think they'd have her back in the 10 unless she could get out there and play.
I think it's two things. I think the quality of what the defence has been able to produce, you have to reward them for having a crack at it in the first place. But also, probably is management of time as well. Keep her on the bike, that's just to keep her legs warm and keep that calfie moving. As you know, calfies can get a little bit tedious in terms of the recovery, so has to stay warm.
Contact, end offside, goal attack.
Wood. Well, that's the confidence of Steph Wood and Cara Conan's relationship, isn't it? Wood always looks straight to her, just expecting her to pop out on that 3rd second available. Well, that one wasn't on, was it? The few that Sarah Clow had well and truly covered.
That's it.
Keep possession here, though, My. Waits again for Conan, too much on it. Well, the call almost came before the ball had gone out of court then. Josh Bowering could see the writing on the wall. For the difference. New South Wales Swifts have got to score here. Long ball cross court is always dicey. Housby, there's another, but this one's safe.
And that's a good change of pace from Housby. There's that leadership of going, hold on a second, let's just wait till we get everyone down. Creates a different angle for it.
Got to get herself in the circle, though, doesn't she, with that double defence, Helen Housby. Well, she gets one back, and the Swifts have the centre pass to follow. Neither side can really get away from the other at the moment. Fawns, well-weighted pass in from the captain, co-captain Maddie Proud, to the difference.
Barnage contact, wing defence.
Well, they got their noses in front a little, the Sunshine Coast Lightning. The New South Wales Swifts won't let them get far away. Conan won't shoot from distance. Wood, smart 1-2. Steph Wood sitting at 100% in regular time and on the super shots. Fretwell, sorry, you'd think by this stage I'd have that right, wouldn't you?
Oh, that's a good dodge from Fawns, just to open up the top space. You don't often see that. You often see them going to baseline. But have a look at the missing net points. Crowd sitting up the top there.
Yeah, she was the sole New South Wales Swift underneath. 4 of the Sunshine Coast Lightning, not surprising, finding themselves up by 3 in this second quarter. Smith, Hadley. Smith again. And back to Hadley. A couple of double plays between the two.
With the wing attack, wing defence.
Fawns this time out of the circle. They go long. Who's in there now? Well, Irvin, the long arms of the law, gets another tip. Well, she is wreaking havoc with that height in the circle.
Keeper.
And tried to over the shot. So just like that, back to the 2 again. Cannot break free here.
And that's a ball that Liz Watson has been trying to force all night. Flower got 2 hands on it, read it like a book.
Well, that may be the lesson that Liz Watson needed. Well, tries to get it straight back again. And that is an extremely good example of how to play the game if you're a junior. Don't put your head down if you make a mistake. You get straight back into it. Pick up something defensively. Fawns. Hadley. Housby. Well, you've got to be confident to go and set up a hold on Ash Irvin when you already give away centimetres in height. And it's exactly what Sophie Fawns is prepared to do. Won the difference. Kim Green, they've got the centre pass. They score here. And they've got themselves back to even.
See that the momentum is starting to shift. The crowd is certainly getting into the game, but those are the sort of moments you just have to keep your head, play short, go down a sideline.
Yeah, Henschliff had eyes for nothing but the ball then, and that was enough to spook the Swifts. Listen to the crowd now come alive. Long ball, Conan, long way out of the circle, gets herself back. Watson. That's just years of experience and combination that know each other so well.
It sure is, and it's just the ability to go, you know what, I'm not going to be an option on this from Conan. Let me get on a hold.
HCF tactical timeout, this time to the New South Wales Swifts. And again, right around that 5 and a bit margin before we head into the Power 5.
Yeah, and that's what you did in that last one. That was really good. Shall we go back? Yeah. I think that's the best way to go. But shift quickly. If it swings, you've got to run into position. Exaggerate that open side. So I think you've got to move in another 2 steps to make it look open so this one can read it. Yeah? Exaggerate tighter. We're a bit wide.
Oh, that's pretty cool. We started strong tonight.
Let's bring it in here.
Now is the time to play basic netball. We do our prelims, we have 2 options to the ball. No waiting and standing, putting your hand up. It's got to be hard, 2 hands on the ball, turn quickly. Let's go. We control this last 5, yeah? Let's go.
Well, Bryony Akel talking about controlling this last 5 minutes, but if you were having a look at the graphic on the bottom of your screen in that moment, the New South Wales Swifts have got the Fever and the Vixens in their next 2 games, Kim. The 2 sides sitting at the top of the table, equal first spot. Wow, they'd love a win before they get to those 2. At the moment, though, they've got to get past the Sunshine Coast Lightning, who are up by 2. 44 seconds away from the Power 5. Watson, My, Henschliff, Cassidy. Yeah, who's on Steph Fretwell at the moment?
Yeah, just smart. She saw that the box was happening, so she went and sat outside of it, but it was high and in dead space. That's exactly how you play a box. And that's a beautiful feed. And the transition.
What a play from the New South Wales Swifts. And that is what Maddie Proud brings to this side. Long ball. Fawns is strong in the front hold. Doesn't wait for Henschlick to stand next to her, takes it. Well, it was in power 5 distance, but they're not there yet. They are right now, though.
Obstruction, wing defence. Wing defence
Level
beside.
here in Sydney.
The double up on
beside.
Fretwell. Full knowing that
The whole time,
the
wing
week of what
defence
Conan
beside
has
in the
had.
way, not under the arm, okay?
Yeah, Josh Bowering just making sure players are standing in the wrong spot when they're out. Well, Steph Fretwell can do no wrong. 3 from 3 Suncorp super shots. Making a statement here in Sydney. Proud. Hadley.
Oh. And I know Irvin went down, but that ball was going there no matter what. And just the eyes and the confidence to give it.
Sophie Fawns the thumbs up. Conan out. Good. Fretwell. Fretwell again. Well, this is a big one. And look at the lean over from Sarah Clow. The first miss from Steph Fretwell. More importantly, the rebounds. Well, the challenge there from Cassidy looked a little late.
Centre obstruction.
Stepping into it, Proud finds Sophie Fawns. Sophie Fawns, her second Suncorp super shot, 2 from 3. Can she sink another? This is the rebound though, it's the long arms of Ash Irvin.
And look at this transition. It is flying down the court.
Vantage,
And good
contact,
change
wing
up from
attack.
my realising that the shooters weren't quite ready. Go back to the line, steady.
Well, that's the problem with flying down the court, isn't it? Sometimes you don't have your players there. As they lock it up here, 32 apiece, 3 minutes to play in the first half.
Contact, goalkeeper.
Yeah, Sarah Clow now caught outside the circle. Karakona, well, I was about to say take the easy one. Now she will. There's your shooting stats. Steph Fretwell doing some damage from distance. Hasn't missed in regular time either. Sophie Fawns continues in that back space.
I was just going to say, I think there needs to be a change in that defence, and I think we need to see Bruce come into that goalkeeper position just to create a little bit of, I guess, indecision from the feeders whether or not they can get that ball over Bruce instead of Irvin.
Vantage, obstruction, wing defence.
And you put it back at goalkeeper, not goal defence.
Now goalkeeper. That ball's going in way too easy to Fawns.
Contact, goal defence, just in the 2.
Oh, she's off the bike and back of play. Courtney Bruce probably won't take part in this first half. Just under 2 minutes to play. Fretwell takes another. Gets the Lightning up by 2. Riley Batcheldor into the game. So,
Offside.
yeah. Ali Smith just trying
Inside,
to reach
free
for that
pass.
ball. Takes herself
No.
offside. So, Belinda Reynolds didn't make any changes last week. She's made 2 in this game already. First one black. Now Riley Batcheldor wants to get her hand in the
Whole
game.
time. Scrub a white, please. Can you just show her where?
Steph
Sorry, just
Fretwell,
show her where you want the
4
white,
from
please.
5. There they are. Her Suncorp super shots. And that gives the Lightning a nice little buffer. 1 and a bit minutes to play. Smith, Hadley, Turner. Yeah, Proud under enormous pressure from Lisa Maimai. Maimai covering the middle. Proud through the guts. Housby sinks one. Helen Housby, 2 from 3. 1 minute to play. Maimai playing the ball around. Well, they're trying to chew up the clock a little here. Knowing the centre pass will go to the Swifts. No, Batcheldor takes the 1.
Contact centre.
The physicality on this centre pass. Hadley is bumping off everyone going through.
Looked like a pinball machine, didn't it? Helen Housby takes another, gets them back to 1. 30 seconds to play here.
Advantage obstruction, goal attack.
Fretwell, my, Bachador, the hands up, wants the ball, now she's got it. Fretwell only missed one from this distance with the step back.
Contact in the two.
And they're the penalties that Bryony Akel is just so stressed about at the moment, the ill discipline to come down and just knock.
Yeah, that gave Fretwell another shot at it, and she didn't make a mistake the second time round there. It is the end of this first half, and it's the Sunshine Coast Lightning up by the 39 to 36. And a reminder that when they played back in round 1, it was the Lightning by 16. So it's staying a lot closer than that, as we expected from this contest. Welcome back, Ken Rosewell Arena in Sydney. It is game 1, round 9, Netty action. The New South Wales Swifts at home to the Sunshine Coast Lightning. At the moment, the Lightning finding themselves up by the 3. And we are going to get straight courtside to the head coach of the Sunshine Coast Lightning, Belinda Reynolds. Belinda, thanks for joining us. I just had a little chat with you off camera, and you said you found yourself exactly where you thought you'd be. That's in a grind with the New South Wales Swifts. How do you break this game open then?
Yeah, well, I think we obviously both know where we are on the ladder, so it is an important win. And I think defensively, we've just mixed it up here with Ava. She's a ball winner, so hopefully win some ball early and then obviously convert at the other end.
And Belinda, no changes last week's to your team, but this week a lot more changes through that defensive end in particular. But is that based on reflection from last week's results?
Yeah, certainly we reflect on that, but it's also nice to have Courtney, Bruce and Ava Black back in your lineup. I mean, our attack line's been going so well, but we probably haven't won as much ball as we needed to, so we've got a bit of a luxury to have everyone back this week.
Well, talking on Bruce, how's she travelling, and will we see her have any minutes tonight?
Yeah, Brucey's on limited minutes, but she's available, so expect her soon.
All right, thanks, Belinda. We'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Well, that answers that question, doesn't it? Limited minutes still for Courtney Bruce, so you're wondering why she's still sitting on the sideline, and also because Tara Hinchcliffe is involved in the contest.
And I love the honesty from
Yeah,
the
me
Reynolds
too.
on that. There's been so much speculation around lower leg injuries. We've got so many of them, but just the clarity of that. And thank Linda for giving us the insight.
100%. Well, so the big challenge, as you just heard, is to win ball back and convert to get out of this grind.
Contact, goalkeeper.
That is the battle with the New South Wales Swifts. Both sitting in 4th position, equal 4th.
We're talking about conversion rates at the moment. The Swifts are sitting at 73% on centre pass and 80% on gain to goal percentage. Last week, they were on 43%. So doing a much better job. And then the Lightning sitting on 79% of pass and 86 gain to goal. So pretty impressive from that team.
Well, the beauty for the New South Wales Swifts is they have got 5 games, so plenty of ball to convert. Sophie Fawns, a smart screen, keeps Ash Irvin out of the contest. Helen Housby tick the scoreboard over. Housby, 8 from 8, regular time. And let's talk about that for a moment, because no Sam Wallace-Joseph, we may not see her again. There's a lot of speculation around what's happening with the club. So are you impressed with what you've seen from Sophie Fawns in this starting side and the numbers she's delivering?
Yeah, absolutely. She has been rock solid tonight. The fact that she is taking the amount of load that she is, but also creating some really great things out the front. She's showing really strong leadership, but it's when clutch moments happen in games is when I believe that Fawns doesn't 100% stand up. So watch this space, especially when it gets tighter towards the end of the game.
Helen Housby, she is a player used to standing up. There's Sophie Fawns though. And she could well have some big minutes for the rest of this season if Sam Wallace-Joseph doesn't return to the club. Just as we see Maddie Proud. Welcome back, Maddie Proud.
Can't be passing that to someone on the floor.
Oh, maybe didn't recognise at the time. But it's taken her to the 3rd quarter to find herself on the floor. Fretwell drops short. Sarah Clow, the monster rebound. And they needed it too, the Swifts.
And a transition, gosh, that's quick getting it down there.
2 long balls. And there's been very few rebounds for the New South Wales Swifts, as you can see there. So that one was important. Got to convert. Sophie Fawns knows it. Level.
Have a look at this Harvey Norman replay. Maddie Proud on the screen of Hinchliffe, but ended up in the circle.
Yeah, not the best idea from Sophie Fawns in that moment. That'll be a little bit of a giggle on the highlights
just
reel.
like, what are you doing?
Stand out of play.
I'm on the floor. I'm sure they're going to be replaying that at training this week.
They will. Housby. Strong drive in, almost too easy.
Lightning.
Takes another. Well, Helen Housby's starting to take over a little bit of this shooting role, and this is the beauty with a mobile circle. It'll ebb and flow as to who's dominating at any given point. Fretwell sets a screen. There was no one there. Fretwell again. So much of the play out the front though, doesn't she?
She does, and she knows exactly where she's going to pass, 2 steps ahead of everyone else, and that's the beauty of Fretwell. The way her mind plays this game is by far one of the best that we've seen ever, to be honest. She just creates really cool things. She's a magician. Look here, she already knows. She's turned. She knew that the defence were going to be at that level with their arms, so the bounce pass was the only option to go into that pocket.
Where you are.
Eyes in the back of her head, Steph Fretwell.
Defence, advantage offside.
Proud. Well, there seems to be a lot more pressure defensively on Maddie Proud to start this second quarter. A block from Irvin, and it's on Helen Housby. What a way to send a message. The rookie up against one of the experienced English international, no less. Conan. Well, she tries the dodge that is Cara Conan's game, and Sarah Clow all over it.
Good coverage on that baseline, and she knows that's exactly where she wants to be, but being able to stop it is another thing. Oh, and again! Hand on it!
Sarah Clow has come alive, as has this New South Wales Swifts crowd. It's got loud in here, but I think even I could have got that one.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Long ball back, Hinchliffe. It was in the air for a long time, and that's the danger of any ball. Left up. Conan. Well, it was an opportunity there, gone begging for the New South Wales Swifts. A lightning centre pass to follow. Watson. Fretwell, Conan out, back to Fretwell. How quick the ball went through 3 sets of hands. Well, that could be a real moment in this game.
Advantage break, goal defence.
And look at the last 10 goals there, 3, the last 3 to Lightning.
There's been a lot of patches of 3 in this game.
Obstruction, both out of play.
Yeah, look at Hadley. Get out of my way. Got
Advantage
things to
contact,
do.
goal defence.
Fawns.
And that's an interesting move as well from Belinda Reynolds, having Ava Black come into that wing defence position, push Cassidy to centre, Mai to the bench. Just create something a little bit different timings with Cassidy. She comes in probably looking a little bit more as opposed to just driving in. Allows probably Liz Watson to come into the game a bit more too, so watch that as it plays out.
Great ball from Black to find Watson. Well, it looked like they didn't really have any direction there, but quite often shooters just running together and running off will make the defenders have to choose one or the other. Exactly how that played out for the Sunshine Coast Lightning. Have a look at those missing net points. Maddie Proud. Wow. Well, another ball straight back to Hinchliffe. So she's proven to be quite elusive, hanging around, getting a hand in there, reading it well.
That's exactly what it is. It is just hanging around and keeping the eyes open. That ball into the pocket was never going to work, and we heard Bryony Akers speak earlier in the game about Smith going and having a crack at one of those pocket balls. There's one to a name.
Ali Smith, equal best on court defensively for the Swifts with 3 games. Sarah Clow, the other one with 3.
Centre third. Wing defence, play on.
And it's a big task, isn't it, on Liz Watson, but she's getting some rewards here. Fawns.
Obstruction.
So time called here just to wipe the floor. Some sweat. The players all got up thinking it was a timeout, but have a look at this score breakdown. The Lightning taking the first and the second. The Swifts in control of the third, but only just. Bryony Akel still plenty to say, and up on her feet in the coach's box. Black, Watson.
And you can hear Bryony Akel screaming, hands, hands. So it's a strong one-on-one presence here. Stay in play, though, is going to be important.
And then Sarah Clow gets the job trying to stop that baseline drive and dodge from Conan, and she's got it covered. Have a look at the contest between the two.
Again, it's the ill discipline on those ones. The second shot opportunity.
Fretwell won't make a mistake on that second shot either, will she? 3 the difference, a minute and a half away from the Power 5. Housby. Smith, Proud.
Advantage obstruction.
Hadley home alone on this side of the court. Doesn't force it.
But then forces that one, and that's the pressure of what a box does. What the Swifts were trying to do is play around it in that box formation, but then they just got too wide and nothing ended up punching through the middle.
Well, blink of an eye, Batcheldor back on the court again, so we've seen this a lot more in this game, maybe off the back of last week, and you heard Belinda Reynolds. Wow, Sarah Clow read that beautifully, strong with 2 hands. I'm going to say Reynolds recognising some of the work from last week as that one dribbles in from Sophie Forbes, and the reviews the coaches do after every game. So this is a change-up, get Batcheldor in the game regularly. Cannot get away from Sarah Clow, though, wearing every opponent like a glove.
Yeah, she's covering so much, especially on those little dodges, which I would say she's probably got one of the best footwork on a holding shooter. But when they're moving, she often gets lost, so it's great to see her being able to challenge those moments.
Sophie Forbes, the easy miss. Got the rebound, though, to the difference. There is the siren. Start of the Power 5 in this third quarter. So everything from the white arc now worth 2. And both sides have strong 2-point shooters on the court. Fretwell. Watson. Well, here she is, Steph Fretwell, 5 from 6 to date from here. Make that 6 from 7. Going about her business as cool as you like. Housby. Proud. Fawns under the post, doesn't want to take the one. They want to respond and do it straight away. Housby can't. Ash Irvin has been brilliant on those rebounds at crucial moments.
And Lizzie Watson doing a wealth of work. She was right up in line with the centre circle and then double playing herself in.
Batcheldor is on and was on in the first quarter in the Power 5. Still hasn't put one up, though. They've got to find it first. That's half the challenge. Wood.
Timeout, Swifts.
HCF tactical timeout to the New South Wales Swifts, down by 5, Kim. So you'd imagine there's a bit of chat around dominating this Power 5.
Don't just go one
Have
and
a
you're
listen.
covered. If you're covered on the first, go again and again. Remember our triangles, okay? Even in 2-point time, we're playing very flat. Go hard at the ball, stop and change direction. You've been doing that beautifully all game, so don't change that, all right? Give this ball down the line, but you've got to go. Get some depth on this, curl around, rather than just coming on this flat lead. Does that make sense? Yeah. See this here? It gets into da-da-da-da. Whoever's this back D has to step over this baseline. Don't open to it and force it back over, all right? Once she's wide, pin her wide. This is only in 2-point time, right? So we want them swinging, so these guys have got time to get their feet moving around quicker. As soon as it swings, we're around, so it's da-da again, yeah? Remember what we said on the shot. I think the angle the umpire's seeing doesn't look like 3, so go more of an angle.
Let's go. Dig deep here. We dig deep. Let's do it. We got this.
Let's go, guys. Oh, it's a Swiss.
Great job, Dan.
Well, interesting from Bryony Ackles just saying to Maddie Turner it's about the angle. She's sitting on 14 penalties at the moment. That is a huge amount for just over half a game of netball. She also talked about for the middies to try and get the Lightning into the pocket so that it is that long swing so Cloud can go and have a look. So keep an eye out.
No changes made to the New South Wales Swifts
Contact!
in that timeout. Well, there's another contact outside the circle, which means a 2-on-1 in. Steph Wood will just continue to tick the scoreboard over. No need to take any twos, and we'll get straight down to Eloise.
Yeah, it looks like Courtney Bruce is about to be injected into the game. It smells like deep heat right here on the sideline. She has been getting so much attention that lower leg. She's fired up and ready to go. She's coming in at GK.
Well, thank you. The limited minutes have become important minutes now for the Sunshine Coast Lightning. Only 3 left in this quarter, so 18 in total for the game. They want to get her out there, see what sort of impact she can have. Good. Bacheldor cannot get away from this Swifts defence end, trying and trying again.
I actually think it's the change-up of Cassidy. I think she's not bringing as much drive as what is needed. Oh, and have a look at that cross-court ball. They had a look at it. But, yeah, you need that little bit more drive at the moment. Watson's doing a wealth of work, which is fine because she's capable of doing that, but then it does isolate her. And that's what they've been so good at the last couple of weeks, is having that balance.
Courtney Bruce, welcome back. Hasn't played since round 4. Well, what sort of impact is she going to have with a couple of minutes to go in this third quarter?
Wing defence contact, advantage offside.
Yep, Smith steamrolled. Liz Watson. Bacheldor, just her second of the game, 2 from 2. Ash Irvin takes a well-deserved rest, has been good in this contest. Proud, nearly hits the deck again.
Look at this defence. It's hard to tell if your player's going or not from the Swifts because they're moving at the same time. There's lots to look at.
Goalkeeper in the one.
Courtney Bruce straight into the action, straight into the penalties as she tries to have an impact. Fawns.
Well, this would be a great test for Fawns as well because just even the stature of Courtney Bruce, as we see Smith coming into that pocket gets at the moment, but just even the stature of Bruce and whether or not Fawns is going to be able to continue to stand up. She's had a classic game already, 28 from 33.
They need a super shot here, the New South Wales Swifts. Surely they're aware of it. Courtney Bruce absolutely monstering Sophie Fawns. It's in the one. That's not where they want to be. Down by 7. Oh, and they've lost the opportunity, the New South Wales Swifts. 46 seconds to play. Have a look at this Harvey Norman replay. Courtney Bruce, body on body. Bacheldor out, big opportunity, 2-on-1. Wood can really punish here, take them out by 9.
And it's another second shot. Turn her out. We've been saying it all game. That needs to be adjusted. Something else needs to be changed in there, whether or not O'Shaughnessy comes on and Cloud, because they're doing a good job, but it's those moments that then give the opportunity for Sunshine Coast Lightning. You can't give them the second opportunity.
Well, Bacheldor sinks her first super shot off the game. They're going to run out of time here, the Swifts, are they? No, Fawns sinks one. Well, it's 8 the difference, and that's where it will sit at the end of this third quarter. Three-quarter time brought to you by Origin Energy. Belinda Reynolds, the head coach of the Sunshine Coast Lightning, very happy. Went straight to Tara Hinchliffe and said, well done, Tazi, as she should. 3 games in that third quarter. The Lightning had 7 games, Kip. That's the difference in the scoreline.
Yeah, she was fantastic in that quarter. And, there were a couple balls that we thought were just, given to her, but she was standing around, and exactly what Belinda Reynolds was saying, have a look for those little ones around the circle and keep being involved. She's been active, her mind's active, and she's ready to take on anything.
Yeah, the scoreline could have been bigger. Only converted 57% of those games. But the first piece of the puzzle, exactly what Belinda Reynolds asked for at half-time. That was winning ball back. And now just got to convert it, the Lightning, but sitting in a good position. Interesting to note here, Bacheldor still on the court. Kim, what's your thinking around that?
Well, interesting, because I didn't think she had the impact that they were hoping for in that super shot period. So, yeah, I think she's a great player, and I think she creates something a little bit different to what Conan does. They certainly are missing that punch on second phase, but when she's come on the court, they also have gone up. So some good consistency from the attack end too.
And Eloise Sawyer was in the Swifts huddle.
Yes, it was. Bryony Akel with Sophie Fawns puts one up, and she's successful. The Swifts 48 to Lightning 56. Bryony Akel said to Fawns and Houseby to look up for each other, to keep an eye on where they're going within that circle. Then she went down the defensive end and she addressed them and said, do you want to play playoffs, because the time is now. The message is clear.
Wow. And that's not often something a coach would talk about so early. You've got to think about the little wins, the little goals, not necessarily the end picture, but I mean,
it's round 9.
Yeah.
To have those conversations in round 9 mid-game.
Black and white,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I think that's the thing.
The reality.
And can change the way that the Swifts start to play now. Like, just a strong reminder. Get amongst it.
Well, straight away amongst it is the co-captain, Maddie Proud. And it's the choice of wording to the group. This is an experienced group that can handle that sort of punch between the eyes, isn't it? And they'll respond. They have already, the New South Wales Swifts. Back to 7. Centre pass to follow. Sophie Fawns, a smile on the face. We have seen the Swifts come back from being down time and time again. Not a heap this season. But capable of doing it.
Yeah, good defence there. Ali Smith, the strong hands over. And it's a quick play on too. They mean business down here.
Fawns' little dribble behind the back. Knew exactly where Paige Hadley was. Shoots with distance, Sophie Fawns. 6 the difference. New South Wales Swifts out of the blocks, winning this fourth quarter 4-2. And the Lightning know. Tactical timeout. Belinda Reynolds wants a moment just to calm the troops.
Ash GD for a bit. Just come in for a little bit here. Just need like our direct play on our attacking skills. Stay warm, Rui. Okay, Ash, come here. We can positional, we can do whatever here. All right. Just mix it up. Just angles on Helen. All right. And whoever's closest, go out to the front ball because the other one can fill to the back. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Keep going. It's our game. We're in control of it. Play direct. Play brave. All right. Let's go. Come on, girls. Let's go. Let's go.
Belinda Reynolds, very proactive in making the changes. She is not mucking around here. We kind of looked at each other a little puzzled, though, because it was Tara Hinchliffe, who in the third quarter was brilliant.
Yeah, it was, 4 minutes ago that she was saying, you're doing such a great job and how quickly things can change. For mine, I think this is a great opportunity to see what these two can do out on court with Bruce and Irvin. Irvin's sitting at 7 games, and they need to get ball and then to get it quickly to try and build out that lead again. As soon as you get that, you can play with freedom. So that's certainly what they're looking for.
Have a look at how eager these teams are. Both of them on the court, waiting for the umpires, who were just standing there staring at them. You got some time, guys. Calm down. No calming down when it's the fourth quarter and it's important points on the line. Black.
Oh, that's a good take from Black.
Contact, goal, attack.
Yeah, couldn't care less about the hit, wants to get on with the job. Houseby, there's your penalties. 54 for the New South Wales Swifts, who have been averaging 64 a game.
On time. Contact, goal defense.
Add another to the list.
Beside the goal defense.
Oh, Sarah Clow! How did she get a hand on that?
She has been phenomenal for the Swifts tonight. She's kept them in the game. But the footwork. Let's have a look at the Harvey Norman replay, and it's the reach to be able to get it, but also back herself on second, third. And the Swifts are starting to fire. This crowd in here, I don't know if you can hear it through the TV, but it is loud.
Here come the New South Wales Swifts. Focused on one side only was Housby. Fawns. Pinpoint pass over the top of Ash Irvin. Back to 4.
Contact, wing defence, go third, contact.
Well, Sarah Clow has officially hit beast mode. 5 in a row for the New South Wales Swifts. Clow. All over Conan like a rash.
Go shooter.
That's an offensive contact.
And it's another win.
Well, Sarah Clow was well and truly beaten in that first quarter. She has chipped away, she's persisted, and now the wins come. Have a look at this Harvey Norman replay.
Yeah, and it's a push-up from Conan just in the back on that one. It's a fine line of being on the body and then also allowing space to be able to have a crack at things. Then she was on the body, so that the only thing that Conan could do was get an elbow in the back to create space.
And try and protect herself. Eloise, there's a player standing right next to you that looks like she's into the game. Interesting call.
Yeah, Tara Hinchcliffe about to come back into the game. Looked like she was flagging down Ash Irvin, who's going up for the defense, but Fawns too good in that one. Tara about to come into the match after getting some work on her lower leg.
Okay, so maybe that little timeout was a moment for some treatment. Well, she's coming back into a pressure cooker now. It's 3 the difference. The Swifts are winning this quarter 7-2.
Contact centre. Outside.
There's the quarter score breakdown. And hasn't it gotten interesting? Fawns. Back to 2 the difference.
Barney's contact.
Have a look at that last 10.
Yeah.
8 of the last 10. 6, 7 in a row.
And I know we see Hinchcliffe coming on, but what I think will happen is Irvin will go back to goalkeeper. Bruce coming on hasn't done a whole lot, and she also looks a little bit proppy on that leg.
Contact, goalkeeper.
So watch this space.
Where you are.
Well, there is so
goalkeeper,
much
number
experience
side.
in this Lightning attack line. They won't worry too much about the Swifts now breathing down their necks, but they've got to convert. As Cara Conan shoots an air ball.
They're certainly rattled, aren't they?
Outside the circle.
Well, Maddie Proud is hyped. Sarah Clow is in beast mode. The Lightning are rattled. Do not take your eyes off this last 8.5 minutes.
Advantage.
It is all happening here in Sydney.
Contact advantage.
Steph Fretwell, though, continues to stand up. 3 the difference. Just their 3rd shot of the game, Kim. Of this quarter, sorry.
Oh, and a lucky one for the Swifts. Good angled change of pace on it as well.
Well, look at that. Hinchcliffe back
straight in.
And Fawns misses a shot.
She has been solid as a rock on those little ones, the little 1%ers that you hope all your players can do. It's easy to say, hard to do, but she does it so well.
Courtney Bruce, well, that's where she's invaluable. Is that work down the court in attack, the passing. Watson. Smith out of play. Fretwell. Cassidy pops in front. Keeps it short, keeps it ball side and safe for the Lightning.
Contact on defence.
Well, another Turner penalty outside the circle. 2-on-1. The screen from Conan's got to get let go. Fretwell. That one makes its target in Cara Conan.
Lightning.
A little bit of breathing room and the centre pass to follow. Cloud.
Obstruction.
Too far off it.
Obstruction, goal defence. Swift.
Back out to 5, the Sunshine Coast Lightning. They weathered a monstrous storm from the New South Wales Swifts.
Well, and it was a solid ball on that centre pass as well, just trying to keep them nice and wide.
Well, a minute 43, Kim. This gets very, very interesting.
It sure does, especially as we talked in the pre-game, as the 2 different tactics are very, very different of these 2 teams.
You mentioned the pressure moments with Sophie Fawns.
Yeah.
2 shots have just dropped short off the hand of her when they need to sink. Sarah Clow wasn't even in that top 5 at any point in this game, has snuck up. Maddie Proud having a blinder.
A blinder. This is exactly... It's funny because a lot of people are like, oh, you know, they weren't missing Proud all that much. But then you see the work rate and what she does and provides and the confidence as well.
Absolute game changer is the co-captain, Maddie Proud. Bryony Akel, all she can do is take a sip of her water as the Swifts turn another ball over. Fretwell.
Causing
Watson.
contact, centre, step back, centre beside.
I don't know about causing, but...
That's dispute, bring it in here.
Oh, well, she
Centre
definitely
out
got
of
in the
play,
way of the
here.
landing.
Centre
Some
out
sort.
of play.
It's not like Proud to be out of play for dispute.
Obstruction goalkeeper. No
So,
step back goal attack, it's with the goalkeeper.
the penalty has been advanced. Steph Fretwell can get another on the board here for the Sunshine Coast Lightning, the centre pass to
Timeout,
follow.
Swifts.
An HCF tactical timeout. Bryony Akel, what can she rally her team to do in this final 5 minutes? Down by 6.
Just have a little look for opportunities where we can come up and help each other on the screen to release somebody, right? Instead of getting in the fight, you and Proudy can have a look at each other. Let's have a look at these pocket balls if you can, depending on how far up it is. Yeah, one on. Let's go one on. Let's try and not get the mismatch on you two. Right, let her go, and then you stay on yours. You good? Okay, bring it in here. We obviously need to score quickly, so whip around quickly, do your early prep, look over the mess. But when we get the tape, just breathe. All right, you'll see we don't have to take silly choices. Let's just make sure of it. When you're taking goal, you are sniping for everything. One tip.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Girls.
Believe, guys. Believe you. We can dig deep. We can do this. Let's go.
Well, interesting from Bryony Akel. She just wants them to be able to keep moving in attack, but also defensively go and have a crack at something. So I really love how clear and concise she is with her messaging, because all the players seem to know what they're doing out there on court. Also for Fawns to come together with Housby to create, I guess, trying to get the bodies off Housby in particular. Screens work together. I love how we get that opportunity to listen to the coaches and see what they say in these moments.
Brilliant access on Fox Netball. And 16 seconds away from the Power 5, which is proving to be a very interesting 5 minutes of play. This scoreline at 6, the difference. Cassidy, Conan. There it is, the siren. The Lightning will make that 7. And the pressure now really on the New South Wales Swifts to shoot from distance, to nail some of these 2-pointers. Both capable of it. Helen Housby will be looking for it. Back they go. Proud. Well, it's a long ball, and it's Courtney Bruce. Can't get back into the circle quick enough.
And a little hip and shoulder for Hadley on her way back in.
Fawns.
Contact goal defense here with me.
Yeah, well, the rebound was strong, wasn't it, from Helen Housby? Kept it alive. Housby, 3 from 6 from distance. Can't sink it, and they can't keep the rebound either. Well, the Lightning, Kim, how do they play this last 4 minutes? They're not going to be in any hurry here, are they?
No, play the ball around, but just make really clear. Lots of options in attack, 2 running at it all the time. Sitting in space is not going to be it, so they definitely need to just keep it short. Just like that. Nice and easy work. Fretwell would know exactly what to do.
Well, they do. They make that 1-pointer chew up a little bit of time here. No smile on the face of Belinda Reynolds just yet. Look at that. They have turned this around. The Lightning, a patch of 3, a patch of 4, taking control again of this game in the 4th quarter.
At the top.
8 the difference.
Contact, goal defence.
Fretwell, well, she could really punish here. No need to.
Obstruction underneath.
All the pressure now on the New South Wales Swifts and their long-distance shooting.
Centre is here with the wing defence. Yes.
Oh, they've got to be a little bit smarter on those penalties.
Housby, it's a massive shot and it misses again. Well, the problem for the Swifts is they're not getting the rebounds on these missed attempts, which is just giving more and more opportunity to the Sunshine Coast Lightning. Well, Kim, what was the scoreline you predicted? 15 to the Sunshine Coast Lightning. When they last met round one, it was the Lightning by 16. The penalties, the Swifts now up to 70.
Opponent. It's that fine line of going and having a contest and staying in play. And that was a beautiful contest of ball on that one as well.
Fawns, yeah, doesn't want to be under the post. Got to get out in the arc and sink them. She gets two back, Sophie Fawns. 7, the difference, 2 minutes to play. Wood. Nearly threw it away. Watson to Wood and back to Watson. Wood again.
Yeah, just playing it around.
Yep.
Easy.
Goal defence contact.
Just the small little double plays. Looks like
With the
Conan's
goal defence.
a bit of a hit to the rib. Not looking all that good in back play.
Oh, they could easily make a change here, and yeah, Riley Batcheldor is calling for that sub.
Offside, free pass.
The pressure not on the Lightning at all. It's their opponents, down by 8. 1:23. This is a huge super shot. Nah, even too big for Sophie Fawns. Housby. 3 from 8 from distance. 4 from 9 now. Helen Housby, 6 the difference. Well, they've got to turn some ball over. Who's going to get it for the New South Wales Swifts? Surely it's Cloud. Has been rock solid the second half of this game. The defensive pressure all the way down the court for the Swifts. Got to stay in play. Got to build the pressure.
Have a crack too. The Lightning are just playing it around.
Through the hands, there's the opportunity. Got to get on with it here, the New South Wales Swifts. Maybe a little too late. Sophie Fawns has got to sink this. The centre pass to follow. For the difference. They've got to get it down and get it down quickly. Surely going to run out of time here. Well, it's in the arc. Courtney Bruce, it's got to be sunk here from Fawns.
Oh, Urban!
Surely going to run out of time, though, the New South Wales Swifts. Will they get it back to a respectable 2? But unless a turnover comes and comes quickly.
And it just came down to game management at the end.
Well, the experience here, have a look.
Goal attack.
Watson
Inside the goal attack.
will not give possession up.
Wow.
The Lightning strike in Sydney here this evening as they take a crucial win, and with that sneak into the top 4 on the ladder, and they don't look overly relieved just yet. That was an absolute pressure cooker from start to finish, but they get themselves into a beautiful spot as we head into the depths of the second half of this season.